told you. I knew this was doing this. Sorry, guys. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm having troubles today. I'm Joe Bidening. I'm just telling you. I am Joe Bidening today.
Oh, man.
And I was gonna say didn't want to talk about this anyway. It's completely blew what I was gonna go with, and so welcome to the show. And I'm just fuck it. Let's play. Johnny, turn that off. Let's just play the intro. My God, what is going on here?
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only P-Dog Knight.
My goodness. The zone is being flooded with things. Good damn morning. Look, I'm putting the music back on. Good. There we go. We're going to have some funk while I'm doing this. I'll turn it down so it doesn't distract me too much. But good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty. I'm going to try this a different way. I'm your host, Marty, also known as P-Dog Knight on the internet. Welcome back to the P-Dog Knight channel, where sometimes I forget to do things, and I call it. I'm gonna from now on. There's a new term for it. It's gonna be called Bidening.
Come on, man.
I'm Joe Bidening today because I'm just I don't know. Anyway, I really didn't want to talk about Joe Biden today. I wanted to talk about the Supreme Court thing going on with the 14th Amendment stuff, and it just isn't. I have to talk about Joe Biden today, just because everyone is so mad and people are going to miss things because, look, you had the Tucker Carlson interview, you had the Supreme Court thing, you have all kinds of stuff going on, and then this report about Joe Biden and the documents comes out, and boy, oh boy, is it causing a stir. My goodness. So we're just gonna have to deal with that. Anyway, let's say hi real quick, and then we'll get the show started. First, the chat over on Rumble. Oh my goodness, it's Gunfox61 gets the bell. How about you? Somebody, oh my gosh, you got beat there, AD. What's up? AD, and Avocados Diablo is here. Oops. And Jimmy Das Hotep. Also, the best name on the internet, Phantom Dog Fart, Mike Savage, Blarg, and Grillin' Pirate Pete over on Rumble. Love to see you all over there. Gunfox, oh my goodness, dropping Hamiltons everywhere. What is this one? Good God, what is this? Do I need to prepare my loins? Oh, okay. Even the Daily Beast is chiming in on the 14th Amendment thing. Okay, well, let's get to this. Turn that music off because I need to be able to hear myself. Well, no, I'm still doing intros. By the way, also, Gunfox dropping 3 Hamiltons on Streamlabs, dropping a Hamilton on Rumble, but you are... Hello? The new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. Thank you, Gunfox61. You are a great American. Over on YouTube, now, for whatever reason, my whole chat jump, but I know that the first person in the chat was Mr. Neon Leon. Oh, wait a minute, wrong music. That's a habit. That is a habit because I'm so used to doing it one way. Thank you, Neon Leon, for being here first. And then, of course, Avocados Diablo is here too. Now, the rest of these are not going to be in order, and if I don't say your name, it's because my chat jumped, so just bear with me. Good morning also, Gunfox61, Zed the Snarky, number 1, Mike Savage, Blarg, Attack Alpaca, Aaron Meredith, Lord Stanhope's in the house, Maddie's here. Also, good morning to, I said Leon, I meant Jesse Leon, you knew who I meant. Also, good morning to Cannibalistic Wizard, Somnambule Nation, Simon Wolfwood, Grillin' Pirate Pete, GDSOB, and is that everybody? Amazing Disgrace is here. Zed the Snarky. I said Zed the Snarky, I think. Also, good morning to anybody else? Anybody else I haven't said yet? Attack Alpaca. I'm saying it now if I didn't already. And I know, yeah, I'm in the muted section. That's how far I had to scroll. Also, let's see. Oh, thank you, Gunfox61. Also a monthly supporter on Rumble. That's greatly appreciated. I love it. I love to see it. Who am I missing? Anybody? Oh, is that Anna Lynn's in the house? Anonymity. T2, I'll be back. My favorite Canadian Jaeger pony. And okay, I think I got everybody. If I missed you, just say hi. Just type hi in the chat and I'll make sure I say hi back to you. All right, turn that music off. So, holy shnikes, our people, is the internet on fire today? I'm telling you, it's like there's so many things going on. And I wanted to talk about the Tucker thing today, but I'm not going to. There's some good threads on what happened there. Let's just tell you there's a few trending topics that don't have anything to do with Bidening, which I'm going to call it from now on. And because it's just, it's a public official with dementia. But no, it didn't have to be a public official, I guess. But anyway, there are things happening besides the Bidening. Okay? Oh, Renee Mayette's here too. Did I miss Renee Mayette? Oh, there you are. Hi, honey. Good to see you. All right. And I got everyone on Rumble too. Okay, cool. So, here are some of the trending topics that have nothing to do with anything but the trending topic. And this is probably something you need to get used to saying. What happened there? What the hell? I am just floundering today. Holy shit. Where is, there it is. Okay. All right. Here's something you should probably, if you're, let's say if you're under, let's say if you're 40 or younger. I'm going to say if you're 40 or younger, maybe 50 or younger. Here's something that you probably should get used to saying because it'll be required knowledge in a few years. And that would be Happy Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year's trending is Chinese New Year. And I don't know what this is. It's a year. Oh, it's the year of the Chinese dragon. Okay. And I don't really know how they determined that, but it is the year of the Chinese dragon. So lots of people saying Happy Chinese New Year. And I've got to scroll slowly to make sure I don't see any body parts, but there's some beautiful, now this is cool. I love this kind of stuff. Look how beautiful this is. And it does, you don't have to be any form of Asian or Chinese to be able to appreciate the beauty of that silk work there. That is amazing. A couple cool pictures here. What's the other one here? Oh, and there you go. So celebrating Chinese New Year. And that's really all I have to say about that. As our friend, well, I wouldn't say our friend, but as the infamous Forrest Gump would say. Also today, it is National Pizza Day. Now, and of course the Ninja Turtles are on the front page of National Pizza Day, but it is National Pizza Day. I don't know why there's a Bumblebee on National Pizza Day, but here you go. Let's do this. We're gonna do what they say here, and let's choose the best pizza. Okay, let me see if I can make this fit on the screen a little better. I can't. Oh, I got to readjust these. I forgot. Anyway, here we go. We'll do it this way. So you got to choose the best pizzas. Now, I don't understand. Detroit style just seems to be like a deep dish in a square. I don't know why they call it Detroit style. Oh, wait. It is the year of the dragon. Now delete the video of them in the background of a public place or Winnie the Pooh exiles. Oh, yeah. There you go. That's true. Oh, my gosh. Gabrielle Clark. How you doing, Gabs? Nice to see you in the chat. Choose the best pizza. Detroit style, which seems like to be a square deep dish. Chicago deep dish. New York. I don't even know what the hell New Haven is. What is New Haven style pizza? Anybody know? Neapolitan, I understand that. I understand Sicilian because, in fact, there's a really great place here in where I live that does Neapolitan style pizza, and they got the literally wood fire ovens and stuff. And oh my gosh, it's so good. Detroit style is Sicilian with toppings. Okay, I didn't know that. And then you got pan pizza, which. I mean, that's like Pizza Hut shit. I don't care about pan pizza. Bar pie, what is bar pie? And then Chicago tavern style is just basically kind of a thin crust and it's cut into squares. But, so choose, this in the chat, I'm not going to put anything here. Oh, New Haven style pizza is made with clam chowder. Chowder. Can I say chowder? I don't know. Anyway, New Haven tastes like burnt cheese and shorty sauce. Chicago Tavern looking pretty. Yeah, the Chicago Tavern's looking pretty good. I kind of like that Chicago style. Not the deep dish. Although, look, some people say that Chicago deep dish pizza is not really pizza. It's kind of like a casserole. But I for some reason, when I didn't even know about Chicago deep dish pizza until I went to college, and about 30 or 40% of the people that went to Drake University were from the Chicagoland area. So I had a lot of friends there, and we go to Chicago, and they said, "Oh yeah, you got to try this Chicago style pizza." You know, they didn't like for whatever reason, Chicago's like this big old casserole looking pizza with the sauce on top. And despite the weirdness of it, it was really good. I gotta admit, it was really good. But it's just, I mean, to me, it's still not in my mind. It's not exactly pizza. It's like eating a casserole, you know, like a pizza casserole. But, and I do love New York style pizza, just the old floppy, big, giant triangle pie. But that Chicago Tavern pizza they got there, that's kind of my kind of pizza. Thin crust, nice thin layer sauce, cheese toppings, boom. That's what I like. Anyway, Detroit style is cheese under sauce, and the cheese melts into the crust. Oh, okay. I did not know that. See, I learned something new every day or something like that. All right. So anyway, happy National Pizza Day. Fantastic. Let's move on. We got, oh, what the hell happened there? The whole thing went black. Come on. There we go. I was getting nervous. Also, it is Red Friday. Now, I guess I haven't heard of this. Wait a minute. Pizza. The best pizza is Pork King, a.k.a. the infidel or unkosher, salami, pepperoni, hot and sweet sausage, bacon, sopressata. I can't see it because this hasn't scrolled yet. I see the prosciutto. Oh, and capricole. Yeah, I love me a good meat lover's pizza, even, wherever. Okay, it's Red Friday. Now, I hadn't really heard of this, but apparently Red Friday is a day that you honor people who are in the military who are stationed overseas. Anybody know me for sure what that means? I'm scrolling this. Happy Red Friday, we made it. Okay, that has nothing to do with it. Good morning. Friday, blah, made it. Have a Red Friday. Patriots. I don't know what that means. Enjoy Red Friday when Red called me. Here it is. Red Friday. Over there is still son, daughter, someone's son, daughter, brother, sister, mother, father. Remember everyone deployed. So that's in honor of people who are currently deployed. And I didn't know about Red Friday. So good morning, patriots and friends wearing my red. God bless our military. God bless our veterans. So I guess that's what Red Friday had. I had never heard of this. And I'm scrolling through this without showing it to you. Red Friday, remember everyone deployed until they come home. Okay, and then support our troops. So I guess that's what Red Friday is. You wear red on Friday. It seems like the way people are talking about this, it's every Friday, but no. I guess maybe there's one designated Red Friday. Again, if Gunfox hasn't heard of it, I don't know. Anyway, okay, moving on. Now, everything else that's trending that has to do with anything is related to this report by a man named Robert Herr. And let's see if that's still true. Oh, who's David Zaslav? Who's David Zaslav? Now the trending number one is David Zaslav. Oh, he's the CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery. David Zaslav. Why is he trending number one right now? What happened? Here it is. Oh no. What is this guy? It's not even on my list today. They stole a day from Black History Month. Yes, they did. It is rather upsetting that they just stole a day from Black History Month. So David Zaslav has never actually watched Coyote versus Acme and is still intent on now deleting the movie. Okay, anyone know what this is about? Someone leaked David Zaslav's address. So apparently, yeah, this is the thing that. Oh, I see. Did he nix a project for Warner Brothers? Well, here, let's see. Discussing film. David Zaslav watched Coyote vs. Acme and is still intent on now deleting the movie. Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdi only saw a director's cut. Okay, let's show. This is a source from the Wrap. Let's read this. This is interesting. Here, let's get this on the screen where it fits. Okay, the final days of Coyote versus Acme offers, rejections, and a Roadrunner race against time. In January, Coyote vs. Acme producer Chris DeFaria got a startling phone call from a Warner Brother executive. They just want to get this behind them, the executive told DeFaria. They want to close the books. In the words of the Roadrunner, meep. The movie, a live-action animated hybrid that stars Will Forte and the Looney Tunes gang, has been earmarked for demolition on November 9th. But following the announcement that the movie would be canceled, a firestorm of outrage and indignation erupted. It was heightened by friends, family screaming that had already been planned before the cancellation announcement was made. The screening brought more goodwill and even a louder public outcry. Okay, so they canceled this film. What was so exciting is that it felt like the film captured the voice of Looney Tunes that we love in the way none of the other featured versions have ever done. Paul Scheer, who was at the screening, told The Wrap. The last movie to feature the characters in 2021's Space Jam: A New Legacy was pilloried by critics and lost money because it sucked and LeBron James is terrible. Warner Brothers, reacting to the hubbub, walked back to its initial decision. Instead of canceling the movie outright, the studio gave the filmmakers a chance to shop it around. If another studio wanted to pick it up, they could. Now, months later, Warner Brothers has had enough. They called DeFaria, made it crystal clear. With Warner Brothers Discovery fourth quarter earnings call scheduled for February 23rd. Well, I'm sure they're not doing that well because none of the production companies are. Coyote vs. Acme is running out of time. Many on the film's team feel that the studio will use the ending of a quarter to get the movie off the books for good. So apparently people are mad because they're going to dump this movie because whatever his name is, doesn't like it. Okay. I guess I need to have more. I have to have more information. What now? Was it wokeified? No, I think that's the problem. That's what I think the problem is. That it wasn't wokeified. It was more in tune to the original type of Looney Tunes cartoons. And perhaps there would have been some backlash from the goofies on that, but who knows? I don't care. I'm done with this. It's a dumb topic. All right, let's move on. Let's get into this Robert Hur thing because, oh boy, it is causing a stir. And I will get to the articles that Gunfox sent to me so far shortly. But in fact, one of them is within this topic, and that's the topic of the day. I got to keep track of time today because I am going to answer questions today. I know I know y'all don't believe me. Are there any questions already? In fact, it is Q&A day. And oh my God, y'all are working hard. Oh, y'all are working hard. Okay, I'm gonna get to that. I'm definitely getting to questions. Remind me at 1:15 the hour, and I will allot up to 30 minutes to Q&A. So if you have questions, drop them in the Q&A section. All right, Robert Hur is the special counsel that was handling Joe Biden's documents case. And let me just, I'm going to be, there's several topics that are trending on this, and that's why I'm going to just stick this to trending topics, and then I'll get to some of the articles. One of them Gunfox gave me. Here's the lowdown, though. Oh, wait a minute. Where's the techno fog treat? Okay, here we go. So, and this is just a good rundown on it. It's a little bit wordy, but it's not that long, so let's go. Special counsel Robert Hur's report has been released. Quote, Biden willfully retained marked and unmarked classified documents at his home. This, quote, risked serious damage to America's national security, end quote. Yet Biden is not going to be charged. I wonder why. Probably been told not to, or probably because, you know what, even if he is charged, what DC jury is going to ever do anything bad to Democrats? But anyway, now these are the tapes in 2017. This is just highlighting stuff. These are the tapes in 2017. Biden told a writer he found all the classified stuff downstairs at his Delaware home. These documents were later found by the FBI. Now, Herr says this evidence shows Biden willfully retained the marked classified documents about Afghanistan. There is also evidence that Biden unlawfully retained classified notebooks post-vice presidency, disclosed classified info in his notebooks to his ghostwriter of some book he was supposedly writing. And then Biden's excuse to the special counsel amounts to a criminal false statement. Biden explained that when he described the material in his notebook as classified, he didn't actually mean classified. Okay. The special counsel did not buy it. Recordings from the 2017 captured Biden giving his ghostwriter classified info multiple times. Biden was on record admitting the info, quote, probably was classified, end quote. Now, Biden's ghostwriter deleted digital audio recordings of his conversations with Mr. Biden after he learned of Herr's appointment as special counsel. So here's another case where Democrats get to destroy evidence, or at least destroy evidence. We see it all the time. Hillary Clinton and the hammers and phones, and now this one. There's all kinds of examples. Oh, in fact, the January 6th committee destroyed evidence from their own hearings so no one else could see it. So that's par for the course for Democrats. If Democrats get in trouble, they're allowed to destroy evidence. Anyway, the ghostwriter deleted digital audio recordings of this conversations with Mr. Biden after he learned of Herr's appointment as special counsel. Herr has declined to press charges. Photographs of documents, many containing classified info, found in Biden's home. They have the pictures there. Biden's serious now Robert Herr has pissed everybody off. Well, not everyone of Democrat or left, whatever. Biden's serious cognitive issues are exposed. Quote, he did not remember when he was vice president. He forgot when his term began. He did not remember, even within several years, when his son Beau died. Herr would decline to press charges against Biden for a number of reasons. One, the jury would not likely convict, yes, because he would get a DC jury handpicked, and everyone in DC is a Democrat. Biden is too old to prosecute. Really? Interesting. A jury could believe he did not willfully retain the documents. Now, interesting, because some of those documents were from when he was a senator, which means he somehow removed documents from a SCIF and took them home. But that's a whole nother story. And then also, a jury would see Biden as an elderly man with a poor memory. Now, apparently, though Robert Herr wrote these words and put it in his report, we were not supposed to notice this. And very many people are very, very angry. A lot of people out there are using the but Trump argument. And if you don't know what the but Trump argument is, anytime there's something bad for a Democrat, somebody will say, but Trump did it. You know, the but Trump argument. And it's funny. One of the first comment on this. Doesn't this sound like what Comey said about Hillary, stressing what a bad thing it was, and then saying no reasonable prosecutor would charge? Yeah, of course, because you don't charge Democrats in D.C. for anything because it just doesn't matter. Especially, and look. What were they going to do? Put Biden in a criminal trial while he's president? Probably not. And it would be in D.C. Any D.C. judge would dismiss it. It's it's good to know that, it's called Democrat privilege. Hello, Banks. How you doing? Robert Banks is in the house. Then Biden went on TV talking about the documents that were in a filing cabinet. I know. And they were, except for some were in his garage. So this has got people going. And so many topics here trending are because of this particular thing. Now, one of the funny things here that someone had here, of course, New York Times. How does the New York Times talk about this? Election 2024. Republicans pounce on a report that puts the spotlight on Biden's memory lapses. Of course, Republicans pounce. That is always the media's go-to argument. So here, also now, Steve Doocy is trending because he questioned Biden. Now this is funny actually, and I got to give Biden some credit for at least elderly man. Hang on. I got to give Biden some credit here because this answer is actually kind of funny and in a way, but then you got to think about it. Listen to this answer that Biden gave to Peter Doocy.
Biden, something the special counsel said in his report is that one of the reasons you were not charged is because, in his description, you are a well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory.
I'm well-meaning, and I'm an elderly man, and I know what the hell I'm doing. I've been president. I put this country back on its feet. I don't need his recommendation. It's
How
totally
bad is your memory, and can you continue
This is
as
the line.
president?
My memory is so bad I let you speak. That's
Do you feel your
my
memory has gotten worse, Mr. President?
Oh, but it's not just Peter Doocy. So I think that is actually a pretty funny line. My memory's so bad I forgot to let you speak. I'm gonna give him credit for that one. That's not a bad comeback, but still.
My memory is not good. My memory is fine. My memory, take a look at what I've done since I become president. None of you thought I could pass any of the things I got passed. How'd that happen? I guess I just forgot what was going on.
Mr. President.
Voters have concerns about your age. How are you going to assuage them? And do you fear that this report is only going to fuel further concerns about your age?
Only by some of you.
Okay, so this is fascinating though. It is fascinating because he goes out and does this press conference. Does he look like the epitome of vigor here, or does he just look defeated? He looks defeated. And look, I always thought from the beginning when he was running for president that this was elderly abuse, right? But it's kind of sad. But anyway, so Doocy is trending because of that. Also trending dementia. Gee, do you want dementia trending when it's in reference to the president of the United States? I don't know. And I'm curious how other leaders around the world are seeing this. Hello, Asmosity. How you doing? What is all this now? Well, this is my show, and I just talk about shit that's happening on the internet. So that's what we're doing. But yeah, and look, when people like Caitlin Johnson, who's a very liberal journalist, can see it, but she's not necessarily a Biden supporter. She doesn't like Biden. She's far more left even than that. She says a dementia patient is president because it doesn't matter who the president is. So turn out the dementia symptoms Biden supporters have long dismissed as a stutter are actually exactly what they look like. And I think she has. Is this a link to it? Yeah, this is a link to an article. Let's see this.
A dementia patient is president because it doesn't matter who the president is.
Well, especially right now.
So it turns out the dementia symptoms Biden supporters have long dismissed as a stutter are actually exactly what they look like. The special counsel assigned to investigate Joe Biden for mishandling classified documents reports that investigators, quote, uncovered evidence that President Biden willfully retained and disclosed classified materials.
Now, let's remember that line. They're not going to prosecute him, though, if he willfully took and retained classified materials that he had no authorization to acquire and retain against the law as a senator and as vice president. Okay, it wasn't just when he was vice president. Now, there's kind of a question, well, does the vice president have some of those same privileges as the president and blah, blah, blah? And again, remember, this is also in context of the Trump document case, which the president of the United States does have declassification powers. The vice president does not. Too senile to be prosecuted, but fine to be president. Exactly. By the way, everyone say hi to Asmodi over on Rumble. Good morning, sir, or ma'am, or whatever. I'm not sure because I'm guessing, sir or ma'am. There you go. Anyway,
after his vice presidency when he was a private citizen, but concludes that no criminal charges are warranted in this matter,
because he's just
normally
too old.
Would be cause for a sigh of relief by this administration and its supporters. Except that among
Oh,
the
you're a
reasons
demon.
given
Cool.
for this conclusion is that the president has gone senile. We have also considered that at trial, Mr. Biden would likely present himself to a jury, as he did during our interview with him, as a sympathetic, well-meaning, elderly man with a poor memory. Special counsel Robert Hur writes to Attorney General Merrick Garland.
Okay, so this is I'll leave this. There'll be the link still, but this is where we're at. In fact, I'll make a separate link just for that one. So at the end of the show, for those of you who are new here, I drop all the links to everything we do into a single file called a single link called the one tab link. You click the link and everything will be on one single page. So we'll leave Caitlin Johnson's this report she has on here, but it's other things that are trending. So you don't want dementia trending when dementia is referring to the current president of the United States. Okay, another thing trending is Egypt because Biden could have come out and stated exactly when Bo died to shut everyone up. Instead, he forgot the name of the parish that gave him his rosary and confused the presidents of Egypt and Mexico. So here it is. I think this is it. Let me see if this is it.
When we pushed all these programs,
Hang on a second.
we pushed all these programs, I said I'm going to be a president for everybody, whether you live in a red state or a green state.
A red state. Okay, that wasn't it.
He raised that. Frankly, when I was asked the question, I thought to myself, it wasn't any of their damn business. Let me tell you something.
Oh, this is when he came
Some
out.
of you have commented. I wear since the day he died, every single day, the rosary he got from Our Lady of. Every Memorial Day we hold a service remembering him, attending. He raised that.
Okay, so this is when they're
Frankly, when I was
asking
asked the
about
question, I thought to
when
myself,
Bo died.
I think that,
And we're talking about the president of Mexico.
as you know, initially, the president of Mexico, Sisi, did not want to open up the gate to allow humanitarian material to get in. I talked to him. I convinced him to open the gate. I talked to Bibi to open the gate on the Israeli side.
Okay, so again, they're just different things when he got wrong. So anyway, he said he's. Let's see. That was because he came out and gave her an address, I guess, which I haven't seen the whole thing. Here it is. The disaster press for Joe Biden just now. He said his memory is fine, then confused the leaders of Mexico and Egypt. He's lost it. This is hard to watch. Legit 25th Amendment time. Not sure he can make it 11 more months to finish his term. There's a lot of people talking 25th Amendment. That's concerning. Ty Alexander, thank you, sir, dropping a small bullet in the tip jar over on Streamlabs, who says there's a thing called a need to know. So called because you need to know it to do your job. As a senator, he could have a need to know, but Hunter most definitely didn't have a need to know to even be near those documents. FTG Biden and his handlers. Thank you, Tyre. You are another wonderful American. Thank you for sponsoring the show. All right. Also trending because of this, Jill Biden, because people are saying maybe Jill Biden should take Joe home and feed him some pudding. Back in 2021, Jill Biden and her spokesman came after me demanding I apologize for saying this on Fox and Friends. Quote, the most patriotic thing Jill Biden could have done was tell her husband to love her husband and not let him run in this mental state that he's in. In fact, let's see. What is this? Is this back when Jill should be ashamed of herself? Apparently she has no conscience. What is this?
Husband is 81. At the end of the second term, he'd be 86. As his life partner of 46 years, is there a part of you that is worried about his age and health? Can he do it?
Ooh, Ooh, did you see her recoil? Hold on. Look at her just, I mean, not just stiffen up. She literally recoiled.
About his age and health?
Hang on, right here. Watch.
Partner of 46 years, is there a part of you that is worried about his age and health?
She don't like this question. Look at her eye. She looks really bad. Holy shit.
He can do it, and I see Joe every day. I see him out, traveling around this country.
As you're guiding him where to go.
I see his vigor. I see his energy. I see his passion.
Your husband...
But does he remember who you are? Does he call you nurse or honey? I'm just curious. So anyway, she's trending, same thing. People talking about how Jill Biden should take care of him. Also trending because this Merrick Garland, because people are pissed at Merrick Garland for even letting this report come out. And that means here is Keith Olbermann. Let's watch Keith Olbermann, just because he's hilarious. Here you go, Keith. Tell us what you think.
On the Friday Countdown podcast, okay,
wait, does it look like he's wearing like a hospital gown or something? What is that shirt he's wearing? What the fuck is that? Anyway, back to Keith Olbermann.
Master, would you like me to enrage you about first?
Oh,
a
Keith.
Federalist Society contributor and Trump appointee finds no offense in Joe Biden's documents, but decides to include his own specialized medical opinion about Biden's mental state.
Oh, you mean he talked about the interviews? Oh my God. Damn it, Keith.
The prosecutor
and
should
Republicans
be fired
pounce.
immediately, and so should the Attorney General, Merrick Garland.
He wants the Attorney General fired for this.
Single-handed. Meanwhile, at the Supreme Court...
Okay, we'll come back to that because I don't care what Keith thinks about the Supreme Court case because he's stupid. But anyway, other people are talking about Merrick Garland, Tom Fitton from Judicial Watch. If Merrick Garland thinks Biden's memory is fine, then he should overrule her and prosecute him. Oh, that's it. Oh, Tom Fitton with the fire. Somebody named Robert Shrum. I've refrained from all criticism of Merrick Garland. I was wrong, and he was wrong. The wrong choice for Department of Justice. History will not absolve him. Look at this. They want him fired because of this report, but not of the other bullshit shenanigans that are going on with, what's his face, Jack Smith? Thank you, Neil Cannon, for calling out Merrick Garland for not policing the special counsel guidelines and allowing Robert Hur to put out a report with opinions that are outside the guidelines in the same way Comey did with Hillary. Look, if it's their justification for not prosecuting him, then sorry. You love the special prosecutors that go your way, but not the ones that shouldn't go your way. Anyway, there's several on with Keith Olbermann. Here's some of the how does Merrick Garland explain that he's going to charge Trump for records he's allowed to have, but not charge Biden for records that Biden stole? Ah, yes, that is so true. Here, what's this guy saying?
And how does Merrick Garland
explain it's the same thing.
That he's going to charge Trump for records he's allowed to have, but not charge Biden for records that he stole?
He never was supposed to have. Good question. That's a great question. So anyway, so lots of people are talking about Merrick Garland, both pro and con. Well, actually, everyone is piling on Merrick Garland, John, because the left Democrats or whatever are mad because of this report that Merrick Garland didn't police his special counsel. Well, that's why he's a special counsel. You don't police the special counsel. And the people on the right are like, wait a minute, you're not going to charge Biden for documents he stole, because the only way a senator would have those documents would be to steal them. You're not going to prosecute him for that, but now you're going to prosecute the president for documents he was allowed to have that removed. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, okay? Again, someone here, Merrick Garland. Now this is someone a Garland supporter. Merrick Garland is surely a good and honorable man. But this DOJ has made some serious mistakes, and fair-minded observers need to acknowledge them even as they appreciate the good things they have done. They include waiting too long to appoint the special counsel. Yeah, because they wanted Jack Smith to run faster so they could have Trump in jail before he could run for president. That's the only reason they're mad about that. All right, other things trending. Dan Goldman. Now, Dan Goldman's freaking brilliant. You know who that is. He's the congressman from, I believe, somewhere in the Northeast, Connecticut or New York or some shit. Nobody cares. But here's Dan Goldman, and he says something very brilliant here, so I need to make sure you see the entire clip.
The memory lapses that President Biden is described as having in this report, this is not the first time anybody's raised issues of President Biden's acuity. And in fact, twice this
constantly
week, President Biden referenced European leaders, conversations he had with them in 2021 when both those European leaders had long been dead. He confused Macron with Mitterrand. He confused Helmut Kohl with Angela Merkel. Are you really acting as if there's nothing to these issues or these concerns?
Wait for it.
Well, I saw from the White House counsel that they disputed this recollection.
Oh, gosh, jeez. The White House counsel disputed this. I can't imagine. The White House counsel disputed something.
Of the interview. And I will tell you, Jake, I was in Israel on October 7th, as you know, and President Biden was nice enough to call me. And I can tell you, this was the day before that interview, I can tell you he was sharper than anyone I've spoken to about a very complex geopolitical urgent issue.
Joe Biden was sharper about anyone that I have spoken to about anything. Well, here's the problem, Dan. You only talk to Democrats, so that's explainable. There you go.
Memory.
Okay, enough of Dan Goldman. He's trending because of it, because everyone's making fun of him for that one. Katie Tur is trending. And now, you know, a lot of times when people trend, they'll either trend because the Democrats and leftists and whatever, people in media are mad, and often Katie Tur trends because she says something mean to Republicans and they love it. But today she's trending because they're very, very angry with her. So apparently Katie Tur, well, here, let's just read some of the tweets about her. Then we'll see if we can find the clip that they're mad about. Here it is. Funny. Every time I hear Joe Biden speak, I am impressed with his clarity and common sense. No, I really want Katie Tur and the rest of MSNBC to fuck all the way off. And Andrea Mitchell, you best not open your mouth. Oh, did she say the truth that she was not supposed to say? Again, Andrea Mitchell and Katie Tur continue to make MSNBC unwatchable for me. Who else feels that way? Oh my gosh, what did she say? What did Katie Tur say? Katie Tur openly delighted in the cutting words from special counsel Robert Hur is unpalatable. What the fuck? MSNBC, they are really, really mad at Katie Tur. Is this it right here? Nope, they're saying, oh, it reminds me of Katie Tur's crush on Trump. Yes, on MSNBC, someone had a crush on Trump. Here, dear NBC, your entire block of midday programming started with Andy Mitchell and ending with Katie Tur is horrible and highly unwatchable. What did she say? Is this it right here? Maybe. Oh, here it is. This is when she's talking to Jen Psaki about this. Is it? Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Let's see how this goes. Now we'll know why they're mad at Katie Tur. Let's see.
And listen, I covered the primaries in 2020, and the turnout for the president's, the now president's events, Biden's events, was low. It didn't say anything, signal good news to me, but listen, he did go on and win, getting more votes than anybody's gotten in the history of this country.
Oh,
so
more than anybody, 81 million. Oh, the most perfect,
for the
pristine
next
election ever.
Nobody knows, but I do wonder if having this narrative reinforced, which the Republicans are going to use, and which people already feel just by looking at the president when he's on television, if this narrative is not one that is very worrying.
Stop right there before Jen answers. Before Jen Psaki, not to be confused with the warm drink from Japan, answers. What's wrong with that question? What's wrong with that question? Is it just that she's telling too much truth right there? What is wrong with that question that she just asked? That's what people are mad at her about, because she's acknowledging what people see. But again, we're not supposed to see it. It's insane. Let's see what Jen says.
Talking about the narrative that he's 81 years old, which is a fact.
See, that's just deflecting. That's just deflecting. And she knows it because that's what she does for a living. She was the spokesman for this. Wasn't she the spokesman for them before, what's her name? Raggedy Ann girl, whatever. Jean-Pierre. Latrine Jean-Pierre. That's just, what, that he's 81? That's a fact. No, that he is in early stages of dementia that everybody on the planet can see, and everyone on the planet can knows, and every world leader knows that he's a feeble old man being moving around on puppet strings. Oh, was that the wrong answer? Anyway.
Or what narrative? I mean,
the narrative
Trump,
that he's got
the
dementia.
choice in all likelihood here, Katie, right?
Did she say Trump already? It's a but Trump answer.
It is going to be between two men who are 3 years apart, right?
Okay.
They are both older than I think a lot of people in the public would like, if you ask them in terms of the candidates they want to vote for. At the same time, the choice is going to be between them. So the choice is ultimately going to be between somebody who, in the Biden campaign's view, and this is what they'll argue, right?
Dementia.
It was guilty of trying to overturn the eletion, overturn the will of voters, and somebody who was not. And they're 3 years apart.
Yeah.
I think they're.
Why would the person want to change the election? That doesn't make any sense.
Aware, Katie, and this is an important.
Okay, she's deflecting. I don't even care. But that's why they're mad at Katie Tur. Nikki Haley and Nancy Pelosi are trending because one time Donald Trump actually mixed up some names too, because he does it every once in a while, not on a daily basis, and he isn't Captain Mumbles, but he does every once in a while, have a brain fart like most people do, and so they want to say that he because he got Nikki Haley and Nancy Pelosi when he said the names wrong. That was back in 2016. And then he said he ran against Obama, which basically he did. He's been running against Obama's legacy. So anyway, that's a but Trump argument. So the Nikki Haley. Now, there's also speculation, 25th Amendment time, maybe, because some Republicans have brought that up apparently, that there's who's going to be replace Joe Biden. And so Kamala Harris is trending, which people are kind of laughing at the idea of her possibly doing that. And also, of course, Michelle Obama. And so she's trending. In fact, there are people who are saying that Biden will not be the Democratic nominee. Get ready for Michelle Obama. I still am very skeptical about that. But, we remember that when Michelle Obama was saying Harvey Weinstein was a wonderful human being. So that could come back to haunt her. So, and Tim Apple, that's, it's like you're thinking Tim and you're talking about Apple and you say Tim Apple. So whatever. All right. Let's do a couple clips and then we'll go into a couple articles and then we got to do Q&A today. So here is, Biden declaring victory about this special counsel report, I guess. That's what it says. Let's see what this
Look
is.
into my handling of classified documents. I was pleased to see they reached a conclusion I believed and knew all along.
Hi, Evan.
That there are no charges should be brought in this case.
Yeah, no charges you brought because you're too old and you probably, can't remember where the documents came from, and the D.C. jury would never convict you of anything because it's a D.C. jury. So there you go. That's the reasons. Now, is he going to mention those facts? Let's see what he says.
As many of you know, this was an exhaustive investigation.
Was it now?
Going back literally more than 40 years.
Yeah, because you had documents you stole when you were a senator. That's why it went back 40 years.
40 years when I became a United States Senator when I was a kid.
Okay, I guess that was a joke.
I was a kid, 29 years old. Special counsel acknowledged I cooperated completely.
Okay.
I did not throw up any roadblocks.
Okay.
I sought no delays.
Is
In
that
fact,
why?
I was so determined to give special counsel what they needed.
Is that why?
I went forward with a 5-hour in-person.
Is that why they aren't prosecuting you, though, Joe? Not because you cooperated, because clearly the documents you stole when you were a senator should have you in jail right now. So there you go.
Interview over the 2 days of October the 9th, 8th and 9th last year, even though Israel had just been attacked by Hamas on the 7th.
Okay.
I was in the middle of handling an international crisis, but I was especially pleased to see the special counsel make clear the stark differences between this case and Donald Trump.
It's a but
As
Trump.
the special counsel wrote,
But
and I
Trump.
quote, several
But
material
Trump.
distinctions between Mr. Trump's case and Mr. Biden's are clear.
But Trump.
The Republican counsel. Most notably, after given multiple chances, this is the continuation of the quote, he returned.
Did they mention that you were a senator when you stole some of these documents? Did they remember that you had no declassification powers? Oh no! Let's see if he says that.
Returned classified documents and avoided prosecution. Mr. Trump allegedly did the opposite. This is the continuing quote. According to
The what? That's what he say? What were those words that just came out of his mouth? His stutter.
Allegedly did the opposite. This is the continuing quote. According to the indictment,
Could you quote? Okay, I'm not going to spend time trying to figure that shit out.
he has not only refused to return.
Why are you
documents to
talking
anyone,
about Trump?
He also obstructed justice by enlisting others to destroy evidence and then lie about it.
Let's not talk about anyone destroying evidence. That's a Democrat MO.
In contrast, Mr. Biden turned in classified documents to the National Archives, the Department of Justice, consented to a search of multiple locations, including his homes, and sat for a voluntary interview.
Okay.
And in other ways cooperated with the investigation.
And I didn't see any of the other differences that I mentioned.
That's the distinction, among others.
Okay, so anyway. Oh, and people are so excited. Yippee skippy. There's this one too. This is the same one. Here, let's see what this one is. I bookmarked these for a reason.
President Biden, something the special counsel said.
Okay, that's the same one. We already saw that one. Let's go to the last one here, which is... Oh, and of course, Latrie Jean-Pierre has decided to weigh in.
I see 3 times in just a couple days the president getting the name of a leader wrong and referencing somebody who is deceased.
So look, again, as you just stated.
Did you catch that? I'm going to play it again just in case you didn't hear it, because he's talking about... people are noticing that Joe Biden talks about people who are deceased.
I see dead people. In your question to me, I just laid out other leaders in their community or elected officials who have done the same.
But
so
Trump,
but
other people have had gaffes. Well, Biden has one every day, 2 or 3, 5, 4 or 5 times a day. God,
not uncommon. Look, as it relates to what the American people feel or what the American people think, I want to be really careful because you did ask me that question in a context of the election, so I can't really speak to the election.
Oh no. See, okay, speaking into the context of him being the commander-in-chief of the United States military and the president of the United States right now. Let's talk in that context, because this is a White House press corps gaggle. They call it gaggle? Yeah, gaggle.
Any upcoming election, but I can say this. This is a president that has had a
lot of puppet strings.
A very successful 3 years. When you look at the economy, when you look at climate change, when you look at COVID, all the...
Did he stop climate change? Did Joe Biden stop climate change? Did he?
Crises that he had to deal with when he walked into this administration.
Crises
that was done by someone who has experience, understands relationship on the other side of Pennsylvania, understands what it means to bring 2 sides together, to get things done, understands where the people are and Americans.
Okay, she's just gonna babble on. I don't care. All right, now I only got a couple articles I can get to because I got to do Q&A, but we'll go to a couple of them. Let's drop this. So anyway, Biden tries to lay... Now remember, look at the header on this particular page. This is CNN. Biden tries to lay rest age concerns, but may have exacerbated him. Oh my God! They're going to be calling for the end of CNN? Oh my gosh! A probe to spare Joe Biden from criminal charges paradoxically dealt him a threatening political blow. Special counsel Robert Hur's report released Thursday on Biden's handling of classified documents effectively ended the matter, but his assertions that Biden was elderly and forgetful and ignited a political firestorm that cut directly to the heart of the president's chief vulnerability in the 2024 election. The White House knew it had a huge political problem on its hands. Hours after Republican claims that the report showed he wasn't capable of serving as president, Biden appeared at a hastily scheduled news conference Thursday evening, apparently seeking to turn the page on what turned into a disastrous day. I know what the hell I'm doing, Biden fumed at the diplomatic room of the White House as he defended his faculties and bristled with anger. Biden also pointed out that Hur's report drew distinctions between his handling of the classified material and Donald Trump's allegedly criminal and obstructive conduct on the same issue. Biden appeared fired up and passionate, but at the same time, his angry demeanor and an event which appeared to quickly spin out of control with reporters shouting questions as he struggled to interrupt may have ended up exacerbating the very questions about his age that it was meant to dispel. Do they have now, of course, notice they don't put the press conference there. Let's see if they have it here. CNN's I'm surprised are they dragging this reporter too? I'm sure they are. You can read the rest on your own. Let's look how other people are looking at this. Breitbart special counsel finds Joe Biden willfully retained classified documents, but is too mentally feeble to prosecute. That's an accurate headline. You already know the story, so I'm not going to read it. There. Now the GOP calls to invoke the 25th Amendment after special counsel casts doubt on Biden's mental acuity. This man has the nuclear codes. Yeah. Here, let's see. Here it is. This is Mary Miller. For the safety of our nation, Joe Biden must resign. He could not remember basic facts about his life. He is not competent to remain commander-in-chief. And every day that he remains, he puts America at risk. If he won't resign, the cabinet must invoke the 25th Amendment. That's not going to happen. And look, do you want Kamala to be the president for the rest of the year? I don't. She has too much to do as borders are. Anyway, there's several tweets by Republicans saying that. You can see that here. PJ Media. And yes, I know it's time for Q&A, by the way. Thank you for reminding me if anyone did yet. I'm just impressed CNN knew the word exacerbated. Yes, and I read it without sounding like Joe Biden. Come on, man. So, and again, here's PJ Media. Biden's unannounced nighttime speech, an absolute disaster. And oh, did they have the whole thing? I want to go watch this later. I want to see this. Is this the whole thing? Come on. Come on. Come on. Little ring of death there. Oh, shit. Well, I'll put the X version out there, so it might be easier to watch. I can't turn that one off. Let's see. Biden blames his staff for storing classified documents in his home, office, and garage for 5 decades. I take responsibility for not having seen exactly what my staff was doing. What? Wait a minute. Oh, my God. He blamed it on his staff? Listen.
You take responsibility for at least being careless with classified material.
I take responsibility for not having seen exactly what my staff was doing. It goes in and points out.
Wait a minute. Does that include your Senate staff? Because I don't think your Senate staff went into the skiff with you. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Things that appeared in my garage, things that came out of my home, things that were moved.
Why was your staff in your garage with classified documents? What are you talking about?
Were moved not by me, but my staff.
How did they get into the skiff? This is not just, oh my God. Now, granted, did he just take him to his office and then his staff brought it there? Yes, they just appeared. They just showed up. Yeah, my memory's so bad I let you speak. We already saw that one. Let's see. Oh, I got to stop doing this. I'm going to bookmark a couple of these. Let's see what this one is.
You would respond with the words, watch me. Many American people have been watching, and they have expressed concerns about your age.
That is your judgment. That is your judgment. That is not the judgment of the press.
They expressed concerns about your mental acuity. They say that you are too old. Mr. President, in December, you told me that you believe there are many other Democrats who could defeat Donald Trump. So why does it have to be you now? What is your answer to that question?
Because I'm the most qualified person in this country to be president of the United States and finish the job I started.
Okay, now. It's not just Peter Doocy anymore, or the right-wing press. Some of the people in the left-wing press are saying the same thing. And again, Biden blames his staff. We already saw that. So anyway, New York Post, enraged Biden lashes out to reporters. That doesn't sound good. That's the New York Post, though. They're supposed to be against Joe Biden. In legal insurrection, the Uncle Leo defense works for Biden in special counsel report. No charges for an elderly man with a poor memory. Are these the headlines you want to see about the president of the United States? The president is senile. Special counsel reports finds Biden suffers from significant limitations. Biden forgot when his VP run began and ended. Bo's death during classified docs interview. Okay, so all these things you'll see. All these articles are available. And then Biden blows an opportunity to defend cognitive ability by calling Egypt's President Sisi the president of Mexico. So several gaps just in trying to defend himself. All right, real quick. I'm going to extend my time here a little bit, so I will get to Q&A, but I wanted to get caught up on the Supreme Court, and I'm going to go with Gunfox's article from the Daily Beast, because I was actually surprised to see this one. What happened to it? What happened to the Daily Beast article? Let's see here. Hang on a second. That's not it. That's not it. And that's not it. What the hell? Oh, I see what happened here. All right, I'll just pull it off of here because I think this is it. Yahoo. There it is. So this was in the Daily Beast, but this is and this has been moved over to Yahoo. If I can get it on the damn screen. There we go. Be prepared for unanimous Supreme Court ruling in Trump's favor. Now, again, the Daily Beast is obviously a left-wing outlet. Hypnagogic Monk, how you doing? Nice to see you. The only question after today's Supreme Court argument over whether former President Donald Trump can be disqualified is how many different justices will write concurring opinions in what is likely to be a 9-0 decision in favor of Trump. Asked to review the decision by the Colorado Supreme Court that found Trump is disqualified under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment and removed from his state's presidential primary ballot, the questions by the conservative and liberal judges alike showed that the High Court has lost its way. This is the Daily Beast. They're mad. They mad. Hello, Selected Boy. Yeah, boy. They mad. They've lost their way. A quick recap of the highlights shows both the expected and unexpected views that will end the multiple efforts across the country to disqualify Trump because he either, quote, engaged in insurrection, end quote, against the Constitution, or, quote, offered aid or comfort to the enemies, end quote, of the Constitution. This is hilarious. Is there any chance the Supreme Court kicks Trump off the Colorado ballot? As the very first questioner for both Trump and pro-Trump lawyer and the lawyer representing Colorado voters who sought to disqualify Trump, Justice Clarence Thomas reminded us all that he refused to recuse himself from this case, despite his wife actively supporting the insurrection. Okay, they're going to keep calling this an insurrection. It was not an insurrection. And they all fucking know it. The reason the reason the media and these assholes keep using that word is because of the 14th Amendment. They know damn well that this was not an insurrection by any definition of the words, as written in the 14th Amendment by the people who wrote the fucking 14th Amendment. No, this is not. But they're going to keep saying it because they think it helps their case. While a likely reason for Thomas asking the first question is his seniority on the court. Wait a minute. Are you going to say it might be something else other than his seniority on the court? One can't help but feel that it was a bit of Thomas giving liberals the middle finger effectively by saying, I'm here and there's nothing you can do about it. Well, if that was the real reason, more power to you, sir. Justice Samuel Alito made a few arrogant digs at elected state judges, implying that such lowly political creatures could not be trusted with important constitutional questions, while a life-tenured judge like himself must be beyond reproach. Justice Neil Gorsuch, a Colorado native, showed his litigator background as he appeared irritated when his efforts to cross-examine Colorado's voters' lawyer Jason Murray were stymied by Murray's answer. Gorsuch snapped at Murray for trying to argue with Gorsuch's hypothetical questions in what appeared to be a moment of reversion to their prior dynamic. Murray had served as Gorsuch's judicial clerk. But the real nails in the coffin for the Trump disqualification arguments came from two liberal justices, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson and Justice Elena Kagan. Brown Jackson revealed herself as a textualist in her questioning of Murray about what the framers had indeed intended with the disqualification provision. She focused on the fact that the provision failed to specify that the president and vice president were encompassed, asking why didn't they put the word president in the very enumerated list in section 3? That's a good question. The thing that is really troubling to me is I totally understand your argument, but they were listing people that were barred and the president is not there. This led to a discussion of legislative history surrounding the provision's wording, and Murray appeared to be trying to make the point that given the fact that the very purpose of disqualification was to prevent the rise of, quote, charismatic, end quote, Confederate leaders after the Civil War rising through the ranks to be elected, made it obvious that the office of the presidency must be encompassed. Brown Jackson did not appear persuaded. It's a good time to recall that Justice Brown Jackson previously proclaimed herself as a textualist during her confirmation hearings. Unlike conservative proponents of textualism who seem only to use the interpretive doctrine when it suits their political agenda. Oh, really? Really? I'm going to guess that Brown Jackson probably was on the Roe versus Wade side of the argument. If she's a textualist, I don't think that would have been there. Okay, so let's not play fast and loose with your opinions. Or feel free. I don't give a shit. Who cares what you think? Anyway, let's see. Brown Jackson may actually believe in the doctrine despite the common sense problems with looking at the intentions of long dead white men.
You're fucking a white man!
Whoops, that's a mistake there. Long dead white men. Oh my God. I can't believe that they even wrote that. Long dead, where is it? I lost the page because they accidentally that was hilarious. Where is it? I think question. Here we goes. Long dead white men to govern modern day life. Long dead white men to govern modern day life. Look, principles endure through millennial. Through millennial, not millennials, those people, but millennium, excuse me. Holy shit, she did not say that. or this writer did not say that. But it was Justice Kagan's question that most clearly showed the High Court's likely conservative, liberal, unified front in this case. Kagan asked the pro-disqualification lawyers, I think the question you have to confront is why a single state should decide who gets to be president of the United States. In other words, this question of whether a former president is disqualified for insurrection sounds awfully national to me. Yes, jurisdiction. That has been my argument all along. Jurisdiction. Colorado has no jurisdiction in this question. Therein lies the problem, Kagan, and likely all the justices are taken with their own role as the ultimate arbiters of how government runs, that they have lost sight of the basic tenet of our system of government, federalism? No, because the qualifications of the President of the United States are expressly the purview of the federal government, not the state governments. Federal government. Is this person trying to make a states' rights argument on the office of president, an office that is voted on by the states, not the people, but the states? Despite the fact that you vote for the electors, it's the states who elect the president. So one state cannot change the qualification or disqualification of the president over the other 50 states. That's why I say the jurisdiction of this is only the federal government. Holy shit, this writer's stupid. Or maybe that's not what they meant. I didn't read any farther. As Jason Murray put it in answering Brown Jackson's question about textualist intent, federalism creates redundancy. No, not in this case. Murray's answer really means that there is nothing wrong with 50 states having 50 different outcomes about who is qualified to be on their ballots. That's why it is expressly under the federal government in the Constitution, because we don't want 50 states with 50 different outcomes of who is qualified to be on their ballots. We do not want that. That would be disenfranchising other states. God, unbelievable. To borrow a phrase from Mao Zedong's political strategy, what's wrong with letting hundreds of flowers bloom? Of course, Mao's strategy was likely a way to flush out his political opponents so he could exterminate them. Yes! You answered your own fucking question. Holy shit. The real answer to Kagan's question about why Colorado gets to decide who is president is that they don't. Colorado only decides for Colorado, and that is how the system is supposed to work. Any concern about uniformity should be decided by the High Court, not by the High Court, but by Congress. Well, guess what? Congress isn't Colorado either. Certainly this outcome would be theoretically comfortable for the conservative justices who are perfectly content to let the states decide whether a woman can control her own body. Again, you are... read the 10th Amendment, okay? Read the 10th Amendment. If it's not expressly assigned to the federal government, then yes, the states can decide. The abortion question is not expressly assigned. The qualifications for a president are expressly assigned in the Constitution. Who determines that? The federal side, the legislature, the government. Holy shit. Anyway, oh my God. Then they have an article down here. They have a link here. The jury went easy on Trump by only awarding Carroll $83.3 million. Yeah, no, they way overstepped their bounds. The actual damages in that case are far more than E. Jean Carroll could ever make for the rest of her life. She's 78 years old. Fuck off. Anyway, the Daily Beast is worried about a 9-0 or 8-1 decision on that. I'm sorry, Gunfox, I'm not going to get to the other. But if you want to see the full transcripts, Gunfox did provide that, and that'll be in the links today. Full transcript of the Supreme Court oral arguments in Trump's 14th Amendment case. I am going to be going over that. I'm going to be going over that because I've been arguing with so many people on Twitter about this, and my argument is a jurisdiction argument. Okay, and that's the only argument I've been making, that the idea that the disqualifying factor is insurrection. The idea that that's a federal crime that is under federal jurisdiction. The state courts cannot decide that. Also, the fact that insurrection, because it's a federal crime, has to go through either due process or an act of the legislature, as it says in that particular 14th Amendment clause. And the due process clause does not go away on the insurrection question. It's a prerequisite to be disqualified under the 14th Amendment. And people can't seem to understand that a state court does not adjudicate federal law. And that's why I keep saying it's a jurisdiction. Hello, Unacceptable Views. How you doing? All right, now I'm going to go to Q&A because I said I would, and I'm going to do it. And I'm just going to be late today in my other endeavors. So let me open a screen over here so I can see the live chat at the same time. Just a second here. Oh, I don't want that. Let's do this. There we go. And questions, Q&A time, guys. Let's do Q&A. Woo! All right. Wait, why is this? I don't want this. I want that to go away. There we go. Oh my gosh, why I can't see the first question? That's really a bummer. Whoever wrote the question about Gaza, can you please, wait, can I hide this maybe? No, I can't hide it. Go to channel. What does that mean? I can't, whoever had the Gaza question, put it at the end. Okay, Somnambule Nation, do you really think that playing ultrasonic funk on Friday is appropriate for your audience? Well, yeah, it's Funky Friday. What do you think? I don't know what I'm supposed to answer that, but yes, it's appropriate. God damn it, it's my show, and my audience is very sophisticated. Avocados Diabli, why is an owl eating a Tootsie Roll, Tootsie Pop, in the first place? Because the owl has a sweet tooth. Duh. Okay, Lord Stanhope, what is honestly the worst form of music? I don't know. That's so subjective. And because I was a musician at one time, and because I can appreciate most forms of music. I don't like there's discordant scales and shit like that I don't understand. And there's a lot of just experimental music that I don't understand. But the worst form, I don't know, because there's so many different forms. So I can't answer that. I don't have a legitimate answer for that question. Polka. Someone says polka. That's funny. Maybe I know what I'll do. I'll open another window. That's what I'll do. Let's see if I can do another pop out. Then I can put these right next to each other, and I don't have to fucking figure out who's saying what while I'm doing it. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, cool. Now I can see everything at the same time. All right, let's see. So how about that juxtaposition of Putin, an evil genius, sure, but obviously competent and totally there, and Biden, who can't even mumble his way through 5 minutes of talking all in one night. Yeah, and I would have loved to have gone back to the Putin interview, but I haven't watched it yet, so that's part of it. I don't know what I'm talking about, and I don't want to comment on it. And even though I didn't comment on Joe Biden's press conference, I already knew what that was going to be like. So there you go. Let's see. Lord Stanhope, what should you stop drinking once you turn legal? What should you stop drinking once you turn legal? Ouzo. Okay? Because when I was a kid and one of my friends, when they snuck booze out of their parents' liquor cabinet, one of the things they snuck was ouzo, and I drank some ouzo, and I might have had too much of it, and that was the worst personal extraction of booze experience I've ever had in my life. So I never drank ouzo again once I turned legal. Avocados Diabli, how great is it he was found not only chargeable, because he is mentally incompetent? Well, that was a gift, holy shit, to everybody. Oh, someone says Purple Passion or Shirley Temples. That's funny too. Purple Passion. Or Boone's Farm Boone's Farm. You know, remember Boone's Farm Strawberry Hill? I don't even know if they still make it. But Boone's Farm Apple mixed with Everclear. That was another one that we tried once, and that was, holy shit, that was terrible. Okay. But yeah, it was great that he was found that way. Lord Stanhope, why is brunch so good? Because being shit-faced on Sunday afternoon. Yes, because you get to do some day drinking and eat breakfast food, which is arguably my favorite food is just breakfast foods, eggs and, eggs Benedict and pancakes and sausage. I just love that shit. So maybe. Gabrielle Clark, when are you going to have me on the show again? Hey, I'm glad you asked. We will make that happen. Avocados Diabli, why do we never get an answer when we're knocking at the door with 1,000 million questions about hate and death and war? That's got to be a song lyric. I'm not sure. I don't know. That's got to be a song lyric. Lord Stanhope, in your honest opinion, what is the best kind of sausage? Man, there's a place in town here that makes their own. A Moody Blues song. There you go. Thank you. There's a place in town here that makes a really good it's this link sausage, jalapeno cheddar link sausage that they smoke. Like they have a smoker that they make it in. That is really good. Other than that, I like andouille sausage too. The Cajun andouille sausage. Let's see. Lord Avocados Diabli, what would you do if you woke up to a dead body next to you in bed, asking for a friend? I would get out of the bed. Probably immediately. And then I'd be really sad because there's only one person I sleep next to in bed, and that would be really awful. Avocados Diabli, can you kick your own elbow? No, I can't. I'm not flexible at all. Lord Stanhope, fried chicken, any part, versus barbecued ribs or shoulder. I'm a St. Louis rib style. If there's three things on a buffet and there's some really good St. Louis style barbecue ribs in the middle, I'm straight in there in the middle. Why is 11 not pronounced 1T1? Because it'd make you sound like what's that? It would make you sound like Tweety Bird. 1D1. I don't know. Avocados Diabli, what do you call a male ladybug? Sir? Lord Stanhope, is Biden the victim of elder abuse? If so, does he deserve it? Yes, and kind of. He's kind of a jagoff, and he's always has been. Let's see. At what age are you old enough? At what age are you old enough to die from old age? Wow. Just old age? Because, I'd say it'd have to be deep into your 90s. If it's just old age, your body just wears out and you die. It'd have to be late 90s. I mean, obviously old age, people die older because they get something something happens that, some things stop functioning right. I would say somewhere between 95 and 105 would be just strictly old age. Although, I mean, there are people who live to 120, that would scare me. Let's see. Who the fuck is still supporting Biden, not hating Trump, just supporting Biden? Yeah, that's a good question. People who don't know any better. You mean begrudgingly? They're not supporting Biden. They're begrudgingly supporting Biden. Who in your honest okay, what time is it? Okay, I'm doing okay. Who in your honest opinion makes the best hot sauce? Oh my God, there's so many different kinds of hot sauce. Everyday hot sauce. Crystal. Just an everyday hot sauce. Crystal hot sauce is a really good one. It's very similar to Frank's, but it has a slightly different flavor. I really like Crystal hot sauce for every day. But as far as, there are so many types of hot sauce that it's hard to say. Who is the hottest woman on MSNBC? Whew. Well, there's a few that I would like to set on fire, but I don't know. I don't watch enough MSNBC to know. I mean, are there real women there? I don't know. Lord Stanhope, if a 5 stood next to Latrine Jean-Pierre, what number would she automatically elevate to? All right, let's be honest now. Latrine is not unattractive necessarily. So, I mean, she's not super hot, but I think she is a 5, and or you know, she's not. I don't think she's unattractive. Oh, the hottest woman at MSNBC, Chris Hayes. Yes, that is definitely the hottest woman. Okay. Latrine's not unattractive. It's just she's so stupid. This is my concern with Latrine. So there you go. Lord Stand Up, New York strip or prime rib? Depends on who cooks it. I'm not the biggest fan of prime rib either. So a really not well done, but well cooked, medium rare to medium rare New York strip, greatly seasoned. I'd rather have the strip. Lord Stanhope, were there not a slew of former Confederate officers who held both elected and appointed positions post-Civil War? Yes, there were. Not all of them were. Yes, you can, Asmati. You can ask questions over on Rumble too. So you just put like 3 question marks in front of your question so I notice it. Let's see. Yes, there were. In fact, yeah, there were. I think there were only 8 people who were affected by the 14th Amendment that wanted to run and were not able to because of the 14th Amendment. And there were several that went to court and were reinstated in their ability to run for office. So, yes, that is true. Select a boy, what's the best American beer that was ever brewed, in your opinion? Falstaff. That's just only because that was my hometown brewery. I'm sure there were better ones. And Leinenkugel, Leinenkugel I thought was pretty good. Leinenkugel Red, but that was kind of a specialty Leinenkugel beer. Let's see. Select a boy, if you were running a business, which is the best state to run it in? Well, apparently it used to be Delaware until that Elon Musk decision. But I don't know. I would say in a state that doesn't have a additional corporate income tax. Apparently, people like to run businesses in Texas. I think I'm not. I don't know because I've only lived in 3 states. I've been to a lot of states. I've been to 50. I have 4 left. 50. I've been to 46 states. 50. That's not. I almost said 56. Don't call me Obama. I've been to 46 states. No, 44 states. I have 6 left to go to. Alaska, Washington, Florida, Maine, New Hampshire, Connecticut, not Connecticut. I've been to Connecticut, Vermont. Are the ones I have left. Okay, I gotta hurry up because now I need to be done. Select a boy. Who's the man with the master plan? Who is the man with the master plan? No, Shaft. You're damn right. That was Select a Boy. Avocado Diabli. When did Mexico get next to gays? I have no idea what that means. Last question was the first question. Oh, when did Mexico get next to Gaza? That was the question. Okay. Yeah, that didn't happen. I'm going to do a couple over on Rumble real quick. Just three question marks and he will read it. Yes. Asmati, best car to live in. Best car to live in. I would say like a Chevy Suburban or a Ford Expedition, just because you'd have that storage in back and you could sleep along the seats and everything. So if you had to live in a car, I would definitely want to live in like a Suburban or a big ass SUV type thing. Let's see. Last 2 questions. Okay, I'm going to end this there's 3 actually. Select a boy. Which Italian dish Wait, which Italian dish? I'm assuming this means, do you want to have, regardless of the occasion? I think fettuccine Alfredo chicken is safe. That would be me. Ty Alexander, trail stop stream when? We may not be doing those for a while. I'm sorry, Tyler. I said Tyler again. Tyre. It's tough because we go see the babies every weekend now, or whatever. Sometime in the future. I know that's been on your mind, and it's been on ours too. And finally, the last question. The last question is this the last question? Yes, it is the last question. Thank you, Epicadus Diabli, and thank you everyone for playing along on today's Morning Night Live. I'm here Monday through Friday around 10 o'clock Eastern for those who are new. I'm going to drop all the links to everything that we got to and even that we didn't get to into the chat before we go in a one-tab link. Click the link. Everything we did will be on a single page. And thank you for joining me. You can sponsor the show by hitting the like button before you go. You can share the stream before, during, after. Anytime you see this stream pop up, you can share the stream, and I would greatly appreciate if you'd share it right now. And to sponsor the show in a monetary way, the best way to do it is at pdognight.live. The links show up in the YouTube chat. That is where that's my Streamlabs link, where I can a little bit more control, and you don't give as much money to it's not Susan anymore, but whoever the new CEO of YouTube is. But YouTube Rumble Rants, YouTube Super Chats are all greatly appreciated too. There's also Venmo and Cash App in the description. Thank you. It's been another great week. I'll see you next week. I gotta go though. My name is P Dog Knight, and I'm out of here. Look for the links. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend. Hey, this is P-Dog Knight, and thank you for watching today on the P-Dog Knight channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cash App, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm P-Dog Knight, and I'm out of here.